Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Frank. To my friends, I'm known as Chech. To my family, I'm known as Chico or Tito, Tito Frank. To some of Adrian's family, I'm known as Sid. And to some of Narissie's family, I'm known as Shaka Zulu. Firstly, I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone for being here today to share this very special occasion with Adrian and Narissie, especially those who had to travel quite a distance. Your presence here today has helped make this a very memorable occasion. Also, on behalf of Adrian and Narissie, I'd like to thank all of you for your generous wedding gifts. Adrian, I'm not too sure if I can legally travel with all that cash to open up that offshore account for you. Secondly, to the bridesmaids, you've done a magnificent job today, helping Narissie, and you all look amazing. So big thanks to all of you.
Woo! Woo!
Finally, Adrian wanted me to say a thank you to his beautiful wife for turning up today. He was a little worried, Narissie, that you would be on African time. She was early. He also asked me to say to you, Narissie, how happy you've made him by becoming his wife. Something that I'm sure he'll go into more detail a little later. But still, thank you. Now, I've known Adrian for about 19 years. The first time we met was actually in grade 9 in a French class. At that time, I've actually had several years experience with the French language, and this, I believe, was Adrian's first course in French. So Adrian didn't understand a word of French. So I decided to take advantage of this. I had Adrian tell all of the hot girls in the class certain naughty things in French. And Adrian didn't know what he was saying. Until he saw the reaction from these girls. Some were good, and definitely some were bad. Since then, we have become somewhat inseparable. We completed about 4.5 years of high school. We worked together in a restaurant for about 5 years. We also went to the same university. We also traveled the world. We've been to places like Acapulco, Barbados, Brazil, and of course the Bahamas, which is where I reside. And I can only say, Adrian, since day one, you've been a very loyal friend to me, which is why I've always turned to you during my difficult times, especially in my mischievous youth. I will never forget all of the times you've been there for me, and I love you for that. I hope you know I will always be here for you, no matter what. And Narissie, now that you've become one soul with Adrian today, I want you to know that my promise to Adrian extends to you. It was about 7 years ago when Adrian first introduced me to Narissie. And since then, I always thought she was a perfect fit for Adrian. Not just because they're roughly the same height. Adrian, I have some serious doubts about your dream of having a Morante on the Raptors one day.
Muggsy Bogues.
But joking aside, Narissie, you are perfect for Adrian because you are honest, you're loyal, you're intelligent, loving, and definitely understanding. Understanding to put up with Adrian's short fuse and his driving habits. Adrian, you're worse than a drunken Mexican taxi driver in Acapulco. I am happy that you work and live downtown because the more time you spend on the road, the worse we are off. Anybody been in the car with Adrian, they'll know what I'm talking about. And Adrian, Adrian, I can say that you are perfect for 9. Because you are also honest. You're loyal and you're supportive. You never have a problem speaking your mind. When you do speak, everyone listens. Now, I'm not too sure it's exactly the words that you say, but it's probably because how loud you can get.
Yeah.
I'm happy for the both of you today. I believe you two souls have found each other. And I wish you both a lifetime of friendship, health, and unconditional love. As I come to the end of my speech, it is somewhat tradition to give a few words of advice, and I'm going to give 2. 1, never go to bed on an argument. Always stay up and argue. 2, to help the course of love run smoothly, never forget those 3 magic words you must say daily. You're right, dear. Now, if you all stand up and join me for a toast.
Hey, give me a drink, man. Hey, Paulo, give me something.
To the new Mr. and Mrs. Adrian Naricio Morante,
Doesn't get nothing.
we love you.
Is that right?
Thank you.
How about a nice round of applause for Franco Westman?